everybody, and welcome to the Weatherboys podcast. I am Derek Kevra. That guy struggling with his headphones is Alan Longstreet.
I'm here.
Now
I'm
they're
ready.
on.
Yep.
And together we make up the Weatherboys. This is our podcast. Thank you for listening. You okay with those headphones?
Yeah, well, you made them all greased up. You greased them up for me. You put these on before me and got your greasy hair on them, and now I put them on my head.
First
they
off,
slid right off my ears.
How dare you? This is not grease. It's paste, and I learned that one from you, Dad. I learned it from you, Dad.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why you're calling me Dad, but I kind of like it. Son.
Okay, so you're good? We can start this thing for real?
Yeah. No, I feel good. I feel good. I feel happy. I'm ready to be here.
I worked the morning show today.
Sure did.
Left and came back.
Yeah.
Do you wish to know what I did in between the shows?
No, because you already told me on Facebook, and I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And I was ready to be like, you're an idiot. But then I looked at the comments, and everyone's like, yeah, it's a thing.
So,
you're talking about toothpaste in the thing?
I was a plumber. This
good
afternoon.
Job. Well done.
So I went. So anybody with kids knows that when they
No,
this
not
doesn't happen at your
kids.
house.
I've never done it. I had no idea what you were talking about.
Okay, so maybe it's my kids that are using far too much toothpaste. But my kids use so much toothpaste, and they spit it out, and it gunks up the pipes. And so, like every 6 months, I have to take the whole dang thing apart. Take the thing off the thing.
Sure.
And as a plumber, I know the verbiage,
Totally.
and it's the white thing that
right.
connects to the black thing, and then there's the P-trap.
So there's it clogs up, is what you're saying. The water backs up.
Oh, big time.
And every time you open it, you have to scrape the gunk out.
It's the grossest thing in the world.
So it's not hair. Because I'm familiar with the hair
It's
situation.
not hair. It's correct.
It's
It's purely toothpaste.
Yeah.
And you know it because the bowl of the sink starts filling up
Knowing
with
you,
water.
though, it's nice that you can reuse that toothpaste now. You cut it right out, you put it back in the tube, and then there you go.
I take a knife and I smear it on some toast.
Smear it?
Oh, this is
no,
making me
you
gross.
don't smear
This
it.
is making me sick.
You know,
This
one
is
time I did
disgusting.
that. One time for April Fools, I got someone real good. I put some Oreos. I took all the schmutz out of the Oreo because it's gross anyways, and I put toothpaste in it.
You
and I had
did
those, and I had those
not.
Oreos sitting in my college dormitory, whatever it was. And somebody ate one, and that's my story. And then I found $20 on the ground, and that was a good day.
Was it related to the Oreos or just?
I didn't really find $20. That's just what you say after you tell a story, and nobody cares about it.
No, that's a great prank. I love that prank.
Yeah, it took like a month, but someone finally did it.
So this is interesting to me. So wait, this does not happen at your house. You have 3 children, and
kids.
your pipes are not clogged.
Yeah, we
I've
don't
got-
brush our teeth.
That's not true.
No, we do brush our teeth. It's never happened. I mean, for hair, yes. Maybe when I get the hair out.
And the hair's
Maybe
gross
the hair is
too.
disgusting because the hair is like living. It's like a thing. It's mushy. And the first time I did it, I was like, how did a live rat get in my tube? It's not a tube. It's a pipe.
A pipe, yeah.
Whatever it is.
That's rough. That's a rough one for you.
But yeah, so no, I had no idea. No clue.
Well, I did that today, and then we move on to the second adventure of the day, which
great.
is
There's more. Yay.
Orthodontic work
For you. I know. I was
for the
gonna tell
kids.
you.
No,
you're
for
doing
the
it finally?
What?
I was just kidding.
Well, now I'm self-conscious.
I'm just joking. Your teeth are beautiful.
Yeah, we're venturing into the orthodontics.
I've been putting that off. What do they say to you? Have you done it yet? Like, have you talked to the doctor?
Yeah, we went for the first. For the first appointment.
Oh, no.
And X-rays, analysis, blah blah.
sure.
And what came down was their mouths are too small.
Yeah.
They have the small mouths.
Small mouth.
And so expanders are in our future. And
Sure.
so today we go in and they put the spacers in between their teeth.
Oh, you're already doing it?
Yes. And so 2 weeks from now, expanders go in and then it's crank time. Do you remember the crank of the expander when you were a kid?
I didn't have it. I didn't have that.
You never did?
No.
Did you have braces?
No braces. I did get braces for a month once because I got a tooth knocked out when I was in high school, but no braces.
You're the unicorn that I hear
I'm the
so much
unicorn.
about?
I am, and I thought my kids would be unicorns too, but they're not. Their teeth are messed up.
Because you have gorgeous teeth.
Thank you. Yeah, it was all,
I mean, your face sucks, but your teeth are great.
good. I know, and it's a good thing I didn't need them because my parents were the kind I wouldn't have had them. So my teeth would have been real ragged, real ratchety right now.
So my when I was a kid, I had on the top.
Sure.
Top was great. I had on the bottom 4, and I distinctly remember this day. We went in. I was like 14 years old, and we go in. And the orthodontist says, okay, to my mom, okay, he's ready for phase 2. And my mom goes, what?
Yeah.
And he goes, yes, we're finished with phase 1. Now it's phase 2. Now it's the rest of the teeth. And my mom goes, no, I already paid for all the teeth. He goes, no, you only paid for phase 1. My mom's like, no, I paid for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And she got angry. And she said,
Sure
you know
she
what?
did.
We're not doing phase 2. take them off. We're not doing it. We're done. This is it. She probably thought to herself, this kid's not going to end up on TV one day.
Yeah, you got great teeth. But you didn't need phase 2.
I kind of did. Like,
where? Let me see.
Now I'm not showing.
Come on, let me see.
I'm too embarrassed
I've
now.
seen the inside of your mouth, and your teeth looked wonderful.
It's these ones right here.
Yeah, I can see what you're pointing at, but I don't see the deficit.
That's kind of you.
Yeah.
I just like when I think back about this, I think about it from my mom's point of view, and she's probably like, he's never going to have a career where it matters what he looks like. Now here we are.
Now here we are. We're all talking about your teeth. No, our kids are the same age. I'm very disappointed by this news because I was hoping to put it off for many, many, many years. Because you know what?
Same.
I don't want to pay for phase 1 even.
Yeah. So same. I kind of and I had a theory.
Yeah.
And I am not shy. So I said it to the orthodontist. I said, look, this feels like a bit of a money grab.
A huge money grab.
Because like when I was a kid, we
should have brought your mom.
We got an we got
shoot him out.
We got an expander at age 12. We had braces by 13. By age 15, braces are off. Now it's this expander earlier.
Sure.
One round of braces, another round of braces, and the dentist said, or the orthodontist said, listen, when they're young like this, you can do an expander because the bone on the roof of their mouth has not sealed in.
Okay.
So it's easier to expand their mouth. If their mouth is expanded, their teeth have a better opportunity to come in straight, and they may not even need braces. So what we're trying to do is actually save you money by doing it earlier, and it's easier for the kid.
Very brutal. The bones cracking, shit. Okay, all right, whatever.
Well, no, but yes. I mean, I guess you're right. But the bone is not cracking when they're younger because it's not totally formed yet.
Yeah.
Either way.
Okay.
It's just,
sounds like they're playing God.
Thousands of dollars later, here we are.
Yeah, okay. I should do it. Great. Dang it. Well, now I'm having a bad day. I wasn't having a good day.
Sorry. I'll come over and clean your pipes. That might help you out.
That's disgusting.
We are
filthy. No, you won't. Let it be known, everybody, that I'm saying no.
I'm having a rough start to this podcast.
Absolutely
having a rough
not.
start. We're going to move on to today's guest. How about that?
Oh, great. Let's welcome him in after that innuendo.
Today's guest has spent more than 20 years on the ice, mastering the sport of curling. Mike Grudzinski has competed at the national level across the U.S. and Canada and has helped grow the sport locally as the lead instructor at the Detroit Curling Club, where he has taught more than 1,500 people how to curl. The Detroit Curling Club is one of the Midwest's premier curling facilities, bringing together beginners and experienced competitors alike, and Mike has been right at the center of that community. Currently serving as the membership chair and vice president, he helps guide the club's future while continuing to share his passion for the game. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podcast, Mike Grudzinski. Mike, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Mike Grudzinski, do you know Matt Grudzinski from Grand Rapids, who's maybe younger than you?
I do not.
Of course you don't.
No.
I know.
No.
Sorry, I just wanted to make a connection real quick, but, swing and a miss.
Is this some guy you went to high school with?
He was the coolest kid. I didn't go to high school with him. Played basketball, then in college, he was always at the clubs, and the girls always liked him.
Yeah, he sounds like a Grudzinski.
Yeah, you guys are all so cool.
Yeah,
You guys,
exactly.
gosh, it's like they all like you.
Yeah.
Mike, the Detroit Curling Club, we, the Weatherboys, had the opportunity to experience it, and this story is hitting the Fox 2 airwaves this week. So the people of Metro Detroit will get a chance to see our experience there. But I got to tell you, it was a blast. And I'm sure this is something that you hear from first-timers all the time. I didn't think it would be this fun.
Yeah, that, and you don't think that it's going to be as difficult as it is. Yeah, we hear that all the time. People watch it on TV. That's how I got involved. And people don't really understand the sport quite as much as other sports. And so they're always like, what are they doing? Why are they sweeping? Why are they yelling? And then they come out and try it and, fall in love with it.
Well, because it seems ridiculous. Like, why are you doing that thing to the ground?
Yes.
It obviously has no impact on where that thing is going.
Ridiculous, yeah.
And you guys are shouting sometimes, and you all look so intense.
It's anger management.
Yeah, right. But it makes it. You're right. We had no idea what we were doing.
How would you explain curling to somebody who's never seen it before?
So it is, a lot of people call it shuffleboard on ice because it looks like shuffleboard, but it's more strategic. So a lot of people, call it chess on ice because you're moving the pieces around and you've got to either tap them out or take them out or, draw to them type of thing. It scores like bocce. Mm-hmm. So I tried to relate it to other, sports that people play because, not a lot of people have tried it.
Shuffleboard meets bocce ball meets hockey.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kind of.
Right. Without the hip checking.
But you don't need the hip checking.
No.
Hip checking is not required to take a tumble to that hard ice. Raise your hand in this room, and I'll walk you through this, people who are listening. Who fell on the ice? Okay, Derek's both hands are up. Okay, I'm not going to count yours, Mike.
Okay.
No, Mike,
I appreciate the honesty.
That day, the day we were there.
The day
we were there, who fell on the ice? And then, also, who fell on the ice the hardest? His hand is up again. Who fell on the ice on the microphone pack?
Yeah, who had a bruise for 2.5 weeks. And I wanted to send you a picture, but it was just a picture of my right butt cheek.
Which would be different than normal. How? How?
So here's why.
That's what that picture was.
Yeah, right.
So it's the shoes. There's special shoes when you curl.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So the other question that we get asked a lot is, do you wear skates? And the answer is no. But we do have special shoes. And if you are right-handed, you're going to have a slider on your left shoe, which is a piece of Teflon that allows you to slide on the ice. It makes it much more slippery. If you're left-handed, that slider is going to be on your right foot. And then what you do is, so that you're not sliding around and falling all the time, you put a rubber gripper over that slider when you're not delivering, when you're sweeping, and it's for your safety.
I missed the rubber gripper.
Well, the problem becomes you go off the ice and take it off and then put it on. And then when you're a newbie, you got a lot of stuff going on, in your head, and we forget. And I love to laugh when people fall. I love it. I couldn't laugh at first because that was a bad fall by you.
It hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And I did the thing where I pretended like it was no big deal. And I laughed at myself. And in my head, I was like, did I just fracture a hip or something? Because it hurt big. That bruise was the darkest blue I've ever had in a bruise before.
Like
Goes to show that while it's not a contact sport, you can get hurt if you're not careful.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have a picture of a guy that's curled for years, and we have him, and his feet are up in the air. He's about ready to fall. I mean, it does happen.
So curling is kind of front and center right now, not because of the Weatherboys, but maybe because of the Weatherboys.
Yeah.
Probably
but
a portion.
Also
because of the Olympics.
Yes.
Where it has been an Olympic sport since 1998.
Yep.
And it's you were telling me on our walk into the studio here, it is the only Olympic sport where you can watch it every single day of the Olympics.
Absolutely, including 2 days before the opening ceremonies.
It's so big you can watch it before it even starts.
It's huge. Yep.
Okay. Now, curl. When we were there, I don't fully understand the sport yet, but I do understand it more than I did. Mm-hmm. And one thing that jumped out to me was that while we didn't play a proper game, I don't know how long that goes or how many. I don't even know the term. Curls, back and forths,
ends.
Yep. One team was dominating the other team while we were playing, and then it comes down to the final shot.
Mm-hmm.
So each team gets 8 shots. Right?
Yes.
Do I remember that correctly?
Yep, that's correct.
Each team gets 8 shots. In the game we were playing, it was legit. One team had 7 of their pucks in the bullseye area.
Domination.
The other team had none.
Game is literally over.
Right.
But it's not.
And then what happened?
Then there's one pucker who's left, and he's got a shot her all down the runway.
Pucker was our pucker, I'll tell you what.
And it's coming down, and it's like, if you're not used to it, I literally have no idea what a good shot is or not until the very end. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, that's not going to make it even past the first line.
Right.
Or that one's going way too fast, and then it slows down. It's like magic mysticism wizardry that you guys put that thing where it is. Anyways, point is, Derek won. Because of the last shot from one of the guys on his team.
Yeah, we did.
And it was a really epic finish that I was really pissed off about.
Right. Right. Well, that happens every day. Every day at the club.
Is that kind of how, what is... We played one round, one end. Yep. Okay, so a game consists of how many ends?
At the club level, it would be 8 ends. When you watch the Olympics, it's going to be 10 ends. So they play 5 ends. They take what's called the 5th end break. Halftime. And then they play the next 5 ends.
How long does this normally take?
So league play, it's 2 hours. When you're watching the Olympics or in Canada, the men's championship or the Worlds are coming up here in the next month or so, it's going to be closer to 3 hours. For a game.
What would be an average score of a game?
Oh boy, it really ranges as to. I mean, it could be anything from 2-1 to yesterday, there was a game that was like 9-8 type of thing. So it can range, depending on whether teams are playing a lot of offense, a lot of defense. If it's a defensive strategy and game, it's going to be a low scoring game. If they're playing a lot of offense or taking a lot of risks, there's two things. One, they could lose by a lot, or they could win by a lot. So it's just based on people's playing style and how the other team is doing.
What makes one good at curling? Obviously, time, practice, sure, but what are the skills? Because I don't even know.
Yeah, that's a good question. So first of all, balance.
Okay.
A lot of core,
sure.
Yeah, a lot of core strength. And you do have to have that sort of, it's almost like eye-hand coordination or actually hip coordination, because all of the force behind the stone is coming from your thigh and your glutes.
Okay.
It's a lunge, and your hand or your arm and hand are only really there to guide the rock. You're not pushing. But you have to, in order to, throw a certain, what we call weight or a certain force behind it, you have to, have that muscle memory in order to do that. So that takes a lot of it. From the strategic standpoint, there are people that are great strategists and, make great strategy calls, but aren't great throwers or puckers, as
sure, some call,
we call them.
You can use that.
I like puckers.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Puck it right here, man.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I've played against men and women where they make the call, and it's like, wow, that's a great call, and then they miss the shot. Or you can maybe not make the best call, but you are really good at shot making. So there's a lot of different skill sets.
Oh, I got a question here. So, because we played on a did we play on a co-ed team? I actually don't remember, but there are co-ed teams.
We did.
Oh yeah.
So, some sports, men have the biological advantage. If it comes to speed, if it comes to strength, right? Like football.
Sure.
Others, it doesn't matter. Some women are better than men. Some men are better than women.
Right.
Where does curling lie in that?
It is, sex doesn't make a difference really in this, because women can throw just as hard as the guys can. They have just as good a strategy as guys. And really, at our club, we only have two leagues. One is for men, and one's the ladies' league. But all of the rest of the leagues are what we call a open format, so it can be any combination of men and women.
How do the like Team USA? Do we have a men's team, women's team? Is it co-ed?
Yep. So we have all three disciplines. So we have men's, women's, and right now, as we're talking, is the gold medal match for mixed doubles. So in traditional curling, you have 4 people on a team. In mixed doubles, it's a shorter game, so it's only about an hour and a half. And you just have 2 people on a team, and it's a man and a woman, and they alternate, throwing the stones. So, and we're the U.S. is in the gold medal match, so we're either going to get gold or silver. So it's a big deal.
Whenever you watch curling, you see the people with those brooms.
Yep.
Explain what those are.
Yeah. So back in the day, they used to be just like a straw kitchen broom, right? And you use them to clean. Curling was done outside, so you would have debris and stuff like that. And you, of course, didn't want your rock to hit a leaf or a piece of dirt or something like that. So it literally was used to clean the path of the stone. As the ice conditions got better and the sweeping got better, what they found was that you could actually make that stone travel further by sweeping in front of it and momentarily sort of melting the ice. It makes it slipperier, and it could slide further. And what it does is it actually kind of straightens the path out a little bit. So if you need that, you call the sweepers on. If you don't, you let the rock curl. And the reason it's called curling is that we don't throw the stone straight down the ice. You could try that, and it might go straight, but it might go left or it might go right. we actually put a counterclockwise or a clockwise turn on it.
I remember this.
And that will make it curl either right or left.
Yeah, because you couldn't do that. I remember it too.
I was bad at it.
I was terrible.
There's a lot to remember for your first time.
This was a sport, I'll tell you, where I did go into it thinking I'd be good at it because it felt a little bit like shuffleboard or bocce ball or cornhole.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm pretty good at those. Like, I think I'm going to be good at this. And I was surprised at how a little nuanced it was.
Yeah.
Like the little turn to it and the fact that you're not supposed to push it. I remember when I was learning, I just went up there and I just shoved the thing down
Everybody
the ice.
does.
Yeah, and that's not at all how you're supposed to do it. And so it, there are little tiny things that change the entire end.
Right. And that's where I kind of compare it to your golf swing is when you think about, I know, right? I hate the sport too, but if you break down a golf swing, there is the, setup where you're aiming, you get your club, lined up, and then you really do, especially in a putt, right? You have to have just the right touch, but you also have to read the green to know where that ball, those balls almost, sometimes curl, right? Like, they go in an arc rather than a straight line.
No, I just get hole-in-ones. I just go, I just hit the ball in the air and then it pops into the ball. Isn't that
so much easier that
for
way?
sure. Yeah, you should try that, Derek.
So with curling itself as a sport, I did a little bit of research on it, and I know that it started, I think, in Scotland in like the 1500s.
Yeah,
but
all frustrating sports come from Scotland.
That's right. Yes, golf as well. Yes. But it does seem now that it's a very kind of Canadian-themed sport. Is that just because we're in North America and I'm getting influenced that way?
Well, because you had so many Scottish immigrants into Canada, okay? And even here in the Detroit area and in the United States, where those Scotch immigrants migrated to or immigrated to is where you see curling pop up. So actually the oldest recorded curling in the United States, not in Canada, but in the United States, was actually here in the Detroit area on Orchard Lake Road. And it was a bunch of Scottish guys that, went out on the frozen lake and threw some stones down the ice. So that's sort of Detroit's, little claim to fame as far as curling history goes. But again, you had a lot of Scottish immigrants into Canada, into all parts of Canada. They brought curling along with them.
Well, Mike Grudzinski, that doesn't sound Scottish,
right?
Sir,
Yeah,
little Polish situation, Romanian, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, right. Like, you had me fooled. It doesn't take much. I was like, that's clearly not Scottish.
It's a Fletch reference. Yeah.
Okay.
So at the Detroit Curling Club, there's a rich history of curling. It's been going on for the longest amount of time.
Yes. Right? Yeah. So the club was formed in 1885. So we're celebrating 140 years here.
That's it?
Yeah. That's it, right?
That's it, 140 years.
Yeah, right?
Are any of the founding members still with us?
You'd be surprised.
I can make that joke because they're dead. That's why I can make the joke.
That's a good one, man.
Thank you.
So that's a long time for this club to be around. How does a club exist that long?
It just through membership and our club is an all volunteer club. It's one of those things where it's very welcoming to people. We're always looking to teach new people the sport and to bring them into the club.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know, because you can drink beer when you're there.
Yes,
that's why.
Probably helps.
Yes,
yeah,
that always helps.
Okay.
Yeah. So in addition to being a sport, the whole culture of curling is very social. So before and after the game, you shake your team's hands, your opponent's hands, wish them good curling, and then after the game, everybody sits around. You sit with your team and your opponents, and you have a drink. And the tradition is that the winners by first round, losers by second round, and then it's off to the races.
I like it, and I could sense the kindness and the camaraderie, and it really was a beautiful thing to be around in the short time we were there. But also, it is a sport. Do you tempers flare ever? Has that happened one time?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. There's been some broken brooms.
Yeah.
Broken
No.
brooms are probably yes. Yeah.
Because it's not like there's anything subjective about the game, right? I mean, it's on the line, it's not on the line,
Yes.
so it's not like you're mad about a call. I
No.
don't think. Okay.
No, you're mad. Generally, people get mad at themselves for not making the shot that was called,
Okay.
and so it's really not a you're mad at the other team, you're mad at your teammates. It's generally you're mad at yourself, and some people just don't know how to control their anger unless there's a broken broom involved.
A lot of self-hate. We'd do great, Derek. We'd be wonderful there.
So like bowling, I guess, in a way, like like you can't get mad at anybody in bowling but yourself,
right?
But when you get mad, you get mad,
right?
Yeah. What I noticed when we were there was it does seem like if you go to the Detroit Curling Club and curl, you're going to tell somebody about it, and you're going to bring them,
right?
And then they're going to have a good time, and then they're going to tell somebody and they're going to bring them, and so like, do you notice that it kind of grows organically through word of mouth?
Yeah, so it's interesting because I do teach all of the Learn to Curl or our Curling 101 courses, which are structured. It's a 3-week course. It's structured to get people ready to join leagues and join the club. And what I have seen over the many years that I've taught is you have 3 types of people that take that course. You've got the people that have watched curling and want to curl, and we could lock the doors, melt the ice, and they would still want to join the club and curl. They then bring along their family and friends who they have convinced that if you just try it,
you're going to love it.
You're going to love it, right? And then the third group is just the people that want to check it off their bucket list. They saw it on the Olympics. They saw it on TV. They're just going to come out. They're going to try it. They have no interest in joining the club, which is great, which is fine, right? Like they'll go and talk about it. The group that I always like talk or say don't join if this isn't for you is that second group of family and friends, because their spouse, their buddy, whatever is so into it, and they just think you're gonna try it and you're gonna love it, and some people don't. I always say I have a sister that's a runner, and my niece is a runner, and I cheer them on.
Let's go running,
right?
Mike.
Yeah, I've gone to my
quick 5K.
Yeah, my niece used to run cross country, and I would go out there with the cowbell and be like, run faster,
Hurry up. Don't be so lazy.
Somebody's behind you. They're going to catch you.
You're not even trying.
Right? And, but like I went out, if I tried to run, I was like,
Your mom
I
doesn't
don't
even love you.
Right. I don't get it.
Unless you win.
Right. Unless you win. So that's what I tell people is, you're welcome to come out and try it. And if it's not for you, that's great.
The juxtaposition of that is funny because at your sport that you love, you guys have custom beer holders that you bring out on the ice with you so nobody spills.
And that is
Somebody's
funny.
running a 5K.
I should note, though, I feel like I was very tired. And I was surprised at how tired I got. I mean, I didn't run a marathon, but there was some stuff happening.
Because the other thing that people don't realize is how hard sweeping is, or how much that is.
Yeah,
that's like sprinting.
For sure.
You're sprinting for 30 seconds, and then you get up and you don't have to do it for like a minute, and then you're sprinting again.
Right.
Because you are trying to move that broom as quickly as possible and with as much force as possible. So it is a good aerobic workout.
Yes, although if I remember correctly, there was one time I was sweeping nothing. Just off to the side.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
I got caught up in the moment, and I was just doing it to the air.
Yeah, something about that movement. You just liked that.
I just enjoyed the.
You just liked it. Yeah.
The all timers, the greats.
Yes.
There's a Canadian player that everybody kind of universally agrees is like the Wayne Gretzky of curling, right? Mike Smith, I think was his name. Does that sound?
Please tell him no.
No.
Yes.
Mike
Yes.
Smith?
Wait a minute. Was it Barack Obama?
I got it.
Wait.
It's Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin. Okay.
But
Martin. They feel similar enough.
Wait a minute. Why did you have such vigor and confidence?
Kevin Martin. Right?
Kevin Martin's, it's very good.
I'm just trying to impress him over here. Kevin Martin.
Wait, what was the first name?
I think Kevin
Mike
Martin
Smith?
is one of the commentators for for the Olympics.
Kevin Martin from Canada has an Olympic gold medal, world championships, and a dominant reputation, and is often considered the best curler of all time.
Mike Smith was on Trailer Park Boys. Have you ever seen that? He just got arraigned on sexual assault charges, Derek.
Oh, my God.
I said the wrong name. I've been known to do that a time or two. Have there been any, at the Detroit Curling Club, have there been any epic like championship battles that have come down to this crazy ending that you try to explain it to somebody and they don't even understand it?
Yeah. So there have been. I can't think of any like right off the top of my head as far as, but we have had, we've had like national events at our club where, for instance, there are two of the Olympians on the men's team. Luke Violette and
Mike Smith.
And Mike Smith, the son of Mike Smith.
God, why do I do that every podcast? I say the wrong name.
He says with
I knew it was. I was hoping I would say it and you would be like, "You're talking about this guy,
right?"
Yeah.
No.
Guess not.
Well, because
I can see it in your eyes too. As I'm talking, I'm like, he has no idea who I'm talking about.
I'm like, "Puck, what is he gonna say?"
That's so good.
No, but so two of the guys on the men's Olympic squad actually were on the junior national team that won junior nationals in 2018 when it was hosted at our club.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that's kind of cool. And then we do have an Olympian, a former Olympian that is a member of the club, Ann Swisshelm. She didn't curl out of Detroit at the time, but she, is a member now. So, it seems like every couple of games there's some, ending that you're like, how the hell?
We did one round and our ending felt epic to me.
It really was.
I have to imagine that these kinds of things happen all the time.
And also, how if Michael Jordan is on our basketball team, we're going to win against regular folks. Like, how dominant are the dominant players?
They're dominant.
They are dominant. You are going to win. Yeah.
Kevin Martin's going to win the game. He's going to win the game.
Yeah, Mike Smith. Unless he's playing Mike Smith.
Yeah, because I've curled against not an Olympic team or not a men's national team, but guys that have been on those teams and maybe are, have retired or don't compete anymore. And they see shots that you would never in a million years even conceive of. And so,
because it's kind of got a little pool in it, right? Like, you can ding off of that one and ding off of that one and land where you want it to land.
Right, exactly. Or take two rocks out, I mean, in one game that I'm thinking of, I thought I was already hanging the score on the scoreboard, right? And this guy gets up and he just bam, 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 and, knocks me out and scores a point. And it was like, how in the puck did you do that?
Sure.
Like, yeah.
I like how you've gotten that, you wrapped that all up in there.
Put that on that should be like your motto.
Seriously, I'm taking it back to the club.
Right?
So, yeah.
Is it true? And
let me tell you, no, it's not. Whatever it is.
Should we bring up your campaign promises and your lack of delivering on your campaign promises?
Wait. What are you talking about?
Because I have heard rumors.
I need to talk to my publicist.
I have heard rumors that every year when you run for the board, you run on the campaign for free beer for all members and have yet to deliver upon that promise. Is that true, Mike Grudzinski?
Shut his mic. Don't even let him answer.
Listen, I do run on the free beer platform. I just don't tell you how I'm going to pay for it, right? So we haven't gotten to that part yet.
Yeah,
so
dues are going up.
Dues are
understood.
Yes, dues are going up.
Understood.
But it's gotten me elected every time that I've run. So
I would elect you.
Right.
Yeah, of course you would. Why did you how long? I don't know. Did we say this? How long have you been doing this? And why did you start it? And why have you stayed with it?
Yeah. So I started I actually started before 2002. I have two brothers and three sisters, and we're not really athletic, but we are very competitive. So when we saw this, we were like, oh, we've got to try this. And we didn't realize that Detroit had a club. So we actually went over to Windsor and tried it there. And my older brother was talking to a guy that he did business with. The guy's like, you don't have to go over to Canada. Detroit's got a club. And so, walked into the club, and at that time there were less than 100 members, and so they were like, "Yeah, you want to curl? Sure, show up on Tuesday. We'll put you on a league.
Do you like free beer?
Yeah, right. No. They were like, "Well, we're going to charge you for beer," and I was like, "Okay, that's got to change. That's got to change.
I found my purpose.
That's right.
I've got a platform now.
But where were we going with this?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Is there a competition between Canada and the U.S. When it comes, because it feels like curling Canadians take a lot of pride in curling. With Windsor and Detroit, do you guys have any kind of international competition?
No, we don't. We do have our what are called our bonspiels, where teams from Canada come over, to our bonspiels. We go over to their bonspiels or their weekend tournaments and compete. But there isn't anything official, as far as a standing competition between the U.S. and Canada.
Because those Canadians, they're all nice and stuff, but I've seen some hockey games.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll throw some fists.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, and the other thing is that as far as at the elite level, just because there are so many more Canadians that curl, they have a much greater pool to draw from. So they always, when going into either Worlds or into the Olympics, are almost always considered favorites.
Back to the Olympics. When you watch the Olympics, do you watch it differently? You must.
Yeah.
As if you and I were watching it together, I would see things differently than you. You would be a step ahead.
Yeah, I might be a step ahead. The other thing is when somebody makes a good shot, you're like, oh, wow, that was a good, I couldn't make that shot.
You're too dumb. You wouldn't know, Derek.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Like the layman wouldn't.
Yeah, Derek doesn't know it, but he couldn't make that shot.
Right.
Right.
Meanwhile,
that's what I'm thinking.
The confidence of me, I'd be like,
he'd be like, what is this?
Look that
That's
hard.
a Mike Smith shot. I can do that one. Mike Smith is garbage.
Yes. All right, you got anything else?
No. Do I have anything else? Nope. That's it.
Thank you for letting us come to your club.
Yes, absolutely. You're welcome
it's
anytime.
We had a ball. Anybody who's listening to this who has not tried curling, where can they find more information about the Detroit Curling Club?
Yeah, so go to DetroitCurlingClub.com. And in fact, actually, we are having some Olympic quick try clinics for people that just want to try it, have seen it on the Olympics, and you can find more information about that on our website.
They're very
fun.
It's a very welcoming community. Very welcoming. So if you're thinking about it, if you're like, I've always wanted to give that a shot, check them out. Mike will help. Mike will personally teach you.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But
And
for sure.
And Mike will give you free beer.
And I'll give you
as much
free beer,
as you want. Doesn't even matter your age.
Yeah.
And signed headshots of Kevin Smith.
Yep.
He's got a whole box of
We're
them.
printing them off right now.
Yeah, nice. Good.
All right. Mike, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Weatherboys podcast. You can find all of our podcasts on YouTube, Spotify, and of course, Fox Local, which is the free Fox app. You can download it for free. Scroll down, you'll find the Weatherboys section.
Smash and subscribe.
And you can smash and subscribe that way. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week.